Morning, President Warren, members of the board. My name is Jonathan Hunt, Vice President of Amalgamated Transit Union Division 757. I'm here today with our labor and community partners to ask the board to work with us to repair our broken relationship with Trimet management. The amount of hostility towards ATU from some of Trimet's management team is not only destructive and counterproductive, it's unique. As members of the board may or may not know, ATU 757 represents nearly every public worker in the state of Oregon and Southwest Washington, from Tillamook to Medford, Walla Walla to Bend. It is ATU members that help get Oregonians to work, to school, the doctor, and all other places to survive and thrive. Public transit is literally the lifeline for many Oregonians who would otherwise be isolated. And most public transit agencies in our state recognize its drivers, mechanics, and other members of ATU are actually providing the services that the public depends on. They aren't just the face of public transit, they are the hands, the head, and the heart. ATU members are the ones skipping meals to get strangers to church and to school on time. They are the ones skipping bathroom breaks because those know that even stopping for a quick restroom could cause somebody to be late to work or to lose their job. They're the ones being verbally and physically assaulted by passengers who are unhappy of service cancellations, overcrowding, and fares that they can't afford. And we deserve, in fact, we demand more than a once-a-year pat on the back and a few nice words, mostly for the camera or a plaque. The last time I traveled to Medford, for an example, to meet with Julie Brown, the general manager of Rogue Valley Transit District, I was greeted with a hug. Not a handshake, a hug. And our meeting was warm, respectful, productive. This is a conservative Southern Oregon location. Do we always agree? Of course not. But we respect each other. And we also solve problems together, just like we do in Eugene, Bend, Tillamook, and elsewhere. But here in Portland, Trimet management has done everything it can to prevent me from even visiting ATU members or having them visit us. As Jeff just explained, Trimet management has unilaterally canceled long-standing orientation practices to discourage new hires at the agency from meeting with union representatives. They have revoked my Trimet badge, making it harder to gain access and workplaces to try to address minor issues before they become major concerns. And Trimet management prefers that almost all issues be resolved through expensive and time-consuming formal grievance processes rather than more informal labor management meetings. A best practice in the transit industry and elsewhere that doesn't happen at Trimet and has been repeatedly called out for concerns in the audit. I will finish my remarks very briefly. Audit after audit after audit of Trimet, including the recent Secretaries of State audit. Yet these days, Trimet management responds to most requests to talk to the ATU and issue by either ignoring us or having their lawyers send us letters explaining why Trimet isn't required to talk to us unless we file legal action. It doesn't have to be that way. It shouldn't be that way. I hope the members of Trimet Governing Board feels differently than the staff does, because I know that a more productive relationship is possible. I know this because it already is a reality at the other transit agencies in our state. And this is why, one final time, we are coming before the board today and asking you to work with us to solve this problem. We are hopeful that you will accept our offer. But as you heard from our president earlier this morning, should your efforts fail, we can and will do whatever it is necessary to protect the dignity and rights of the workers at Trimet. The choice is yours. Thank you for the time.
Although the sun is not shining, the rain is not falling. It's a good day. I would like to recognize we have UFCW here.
collective bargaining agreement that speaks that both parties, it is not just your responsibility, it is not just Trimet Management's responsibility, it is all of our responsibility on safety. If you don't bring us to the table, if you don't listen to our concerns, all you're going to do is get a whitewashed version. And
John, I understand that. Okay, I understand that. I made a very strong statement. I made a very strong statement at the beginning of this session that everybody heard in this room. We are going to hold management accountable for improved safety now. All right? Got that? That's it? Thank you for your testimony. That is all.
Because what's going to happen next?
That is all.
Safety stands.
Jonathan,
If we
you're done. You're done, Mr. Chair. You're done.
I'm not done, sir, and I will continue to speak on the issue until I am carted out of this room. You need to have respect for our membership, and you need to understand that making a statement is different than doing action. Take action. Go.
The rules state right here from the governor that it's a two.
You made your point. Are you done?
Why is Ms. Weicker still on the board then? Why is she still allowed after being appointed on November 22nd, 2004? She has now been on the board for 8.5 years.
I inherited an agency that I think is inspired by a Dickens novel. I call it A Tale of Two Trimets.